am ready. We have some info, and this video's on fire. I'm sharing this video because this one single man single-handedly tears down this case and makes this police officer look so silly. But this, I'm telling you, man, auditors today, men that are taking the mantle, like myself and many of us, about injustice, are making huge changes, man, in the game. This I have to share just for the educational and because I love my chat, man. This is for you guys. This is for you, your kids, yourself, your wife, because education is power. So listen, help us in our cause, join the cause, ring the bell, like it, and always, when you start a video, please let it finish. YouTube puts a lot of stipulations on us now. Help us to continue to do our cause. But that's the way you support us, and we will continue to work hard for you guys. Let's get to it.
Now we take a deeper breath and you are ready to resume. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell the court about this case?
I just want to clarify, am I testifying right now?
Yes, it's a trial.
Okay.
My understanding is that you had no agreements.
That's correct.
Nobody tried to do anything. I did not get into discovery.
Just jump in. You're going to take turns because if you want to be in the record, the only reason you cannot clearly is that one person talks at a time. That includes me. So right now, it's your first turn. Go ahead and get ready, please.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure the police contact in the United States Police. I've been employed by the United States Police since May of this year. On July 5th of this year, I completed the law SSA exam, which certified me as a full-time law enforcement officer in the state of New Hampshire. My prior law enforcement experience, I completed the law enforcement academy at St. Petersburg College's Southeastern Public Safety Institute, graduating from police recruitment class 213 in August of 2019, and then served as a full-time law enforcement officer with the Manhattan Sheriff's Office in Florida from September of 2019 until May of this year, which when I completed the final process to come up here. On the 9th of July of this year, I got out in the morning. I was monitoring traffic on Interstate 93 north of the town of Canterbury. At this point, I do request the court to judicial notice that Interstate 93 north of Canterbury is a way.
Is it what?
It's a way. It's a way. Go ahead.
Thanks, Your Honor. While monitoring traffic, I noticed a silver Subaru hatchback traveling northbound in the left lane of Interstate 93. At the time the vehicle passed by, I did not observe an inspection sticker located in the bottom left-hand corner of the window as it was ordinarily placed. I got up with the vehicle and initiated a traffic stop on it. At the time when I entered the tag in for the traffic stop, I also discovered that the tag had expired.
You know what I noticed, chat? How I haven't seen this video. I just heard about it, that it's really good. But what caught my attention right now is how professional this cop is. It blows me away how they act at traffic stops compared to court or in front of their bosses, or family or kids, it just blows me away, man, how they really trip, how they see people like when they pull someone over, they're just mean. And they just feel like a question is something we shouldn't be doing. We should just be answering questions. We shouldn't speak to them. We shouldn't ask. If you ask them, a question you don't understand, they feel like you're challenging them. I mean, this guy is like articulating himself sounds very professional. But it's when I see a cop act like this, to me it's like, okay, he must be really putting a show on, because I'm sorry, man. There's very few cops that I see that are just polite. And the ones that I do see, they're great, man. But it's far and few in between, man. It just is. And most of these young cops, oh my gosh, they just can't articulate, bro. And the educational that they don't have on the law blows me away. It really does, man. Like, these guys don't have to pass the test. If they're standing up for the Constitution and they're taking an oath to the Constitution, you'd think that that would be like a huge test. Like, huge test. Like, these are things you have to memorize. You know how much money they would save? Oh my gosh.
On December 31st of 2023, I made contact with the driver to walk on the vehicle. He provided me with his New driver's license. At that point, I identified the driver as Frank Staples. Requested for taking notes that Mr. Staples is here today with the beard wearing the red sweatshirt. I asked him about his registration and his inspection. Mr. Staples informed me at the time that he had the money to take care of it and that he had just started work. As such, I had issued a citation for the inspection violation and not issued a citation for the unregistered vehicle.
Now, let me just pause to say that this cop is articulating himself very well, right? Well spoken, sounds polite, sounds like he's doing his job.
I
And the
just
judge
said
does
that.
not question that at all. Some of you guys are thinking it's reasonable, but pay very close attention to what this guy says. This is where the video gets really good.
I just said that, Chad.
Mr. Staples, it's your turn.
So would I get to cross him?
Yes.
Okay. So what law or statute requires an unregistered vehicle to be inspected in the state of New Hampshire?
I believe that he's under 266 section 1, I'm not sure.
266-1, but you're not sure? So can we get a copy of it out, or can I pull it up on my phone?
It's your turn to ask questions. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, my question, he says he's not sure about that. So how is he supposed to enforce this registration and inspection law if he's not sure how it works?
You can answer that question.
Whenever I have a question about a statute, I go and I pull it out and read the statute prior to taking any kind of enforcement action.
And did you do that in this case?
I didn't know that 266 section 5 does require the vehicle to be inspected to be operated on the road.
And does that require a registered or an unregistered vehicle to be inspected?
I have to consult with the statutes.
Okay, can we do that or no?
Do you have any other questions for this?
Oh, yes, I do. I have more questions. So, you don't know if 266.5, which is what you charged me with, correct?
Yes, 266 section 5.
Explicitly extends to unregistered vehicles.
I cannot answer that at this time.
So that would be a no. That would be a no. Yes or no? So does RSA 266.5 explicitly extend its application to unregistered vehicles?
I'm not sure at this time.
Okay, thank you.
I told you this video was going to be good, and if you like it so far, keep watching.
If inspection laws are tied to registration, would you agree with that?
I'm not sure. I haven't consulted the statute.
Okay. So, okay, I'm not sure if you could answer. How can an unregistered vehicle be subject to a law that it's not subject to. But you don't know about the law, so you can't answer the question. So, inspection requirements. Under what circumstances does the state consider an inspection requirement to be waived or inapplicable to a vehicle?
I'm not sure about the check statute.
Okay. Can an unregistered vehicle legally undergo inspection? And if not, how would an owner comply with the law?
I'm not sure I can solve the statute.
Enforcement mechanisms. If the law allows the suspension or revocation of registration for failure to inspect, how does this apply when the vehicle is not registered in the first place?
I'm not sure it's
Okay. Questions about your actions. Interpretation of the law. Did you issue this citation under the assumption that inspection laws apply to unregistered vehicles?
not necessarily to just unregistered vehicles, but it would apply to any vehicle being operated on.
Any vehicle being operated. Okay, thank you. Evidence of violation. Did you verify whether the vehicle was registered or unregistered at the time of the stop?
I did.
And it was not, correct?
Correct.
It wasn't suspended.
It was not suspended, it was just registration sign of the vehicle was expired.
Had expired. So, how do you establish that 266.5 applies to an unregistered vehicle?
I would have to consult with the statute.
Can you identify a case or a statute that directly supports the application of this?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's okay. I was done. So you don't know.
Not off the top of my head, sir.
All right. Public safety questions. Is there any evidence that the vehicle posed an immediate safety risk that justified enforcing an inspection requirement?
I did not notice any immediate public safety risks.
Does the lack of a valid inspection sticker inherently render a vehicle unsafe if it is not registered for operation?
Can you ask that question one more time, sir?
Does the lack of a valid inspection sticker inherently render a vehicle unsafe if it is not registered for operation? So just because it doesn't have an inspection sticker, does that mean that it's unsafe?
Not necessarily, sir.
Does the legislative history of RSA 266.5 indicate that it was intended to apply to unregistered vehicles?
I know nothing about the legislative history of that particular statute.
How does the state reconcile applying inspection laws to unregistered vehicles when the statute primarily refers to registration?
I'm not prepared to answer that question.
How can vehicle owners comply with the inspection requirement for unregistered vehicles when registration appears to be a prerequisite for inspection?
I need to consult the statute.
Were you aware that you can't get a vehicle inspected until it's registered?
I was aware of that.
So you did know that. So then how did you think it was appropriate to apply an inspection requirement to an unregistered vehicle, which makes it impossible to have it inspected until it's registered, as you just agreed to?
Because the statute requires a vehicle to both be registered and inspected to be operated on the ways of the state.
And what law is that?
I don't know off the top of my head for registration.
notes here. Oops.
Do you have any other questions?
Yes, I'm going through my notes. Can you give me a second, please? Sorry.
If you can let me know if there's other people waiting for their turns, how much time you think you'll.
Oh, it's going to take however much time the trial takes. I mean, am I limited on the amount of time that I have here to defend myself?
Well, it will impact the others who are waiting behind you.
Well, that's not my problem. I'm not the one that was instructed to be here today, or instructed myself to be here. I didn't ask them to be here, okay? So,
All right, I don't understand why this rude judge is interrupting this man. He's not speaking nonsense. He's asking good questions. Maybe it's because the system protects the system. If everybody knew their rights like this man does, many of these servants wouldn't have the job security that they do.
It's not with the statute, I think it's a little bit more than that.
all right, so is it fair to say that you don't know of any due date for an inspection required on this vehicle?
As far as I'm aware, there's not a due date, there's just a requirement that it be inspected.
By what? You just said that vehicles can't be inspected until they're registered. So how am I supposed to inspect a vehicle if it's not registered?
You're supposed to have it registered and then inspected.
Correct. So why didn't you give me a ticket for, which I appreciate, for the registration?
I didn't believe it was necessary to write 2 citations.
Okay, even though the registration is primary to inspection?
If a prerequisite of the inspection, yes.
Correct. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
The court will take this under advisement and issue a written order. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Take a brief recess. Go right ahead.
As you guys heard, the judge wants to come back with the ruling later. We don't get to see that, but Absolute Defiance puts it in his description that she does come back and the case is dismissed. I'm guessing maybe he got a phone call or a letter in the mail.
All right, chat. So listen, I put this up to let you know that what he did is just look up law, case law on his issues that are for you and I to be able to, when anytime you walk into a courtroom, you can look up your case laws that refer to your situation, whether it's a ticket on tags or somebody walking into your home without a warrant, whatever. But you can get these notes and you can begin to apply them to your case. Listen, there's too much information out there for you and I to be able to protect our own rights. And I want to encourage you through this video to do so. This man simply read case law, shared case law, and every case law he bring up, that officer didn't know. What does that mean? They don't know more than you. They just know certain things that they can give a ticket for, and that's it. So if you bring up case law, and in those case laws, this man found out that you cannot get a tag or in an inspection until you get your tag. So if you don't let me get my tag, then how can I get an inspection? Makes no sense, right? But he would have never ultimately knew that if he just didn't look up the case law and how the system worked. To the point the cop didn't even know that. The cop said, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you couldn't get your tags or your inspection until you get your tags. So in other words, it's a catch-22. They give you a ticket and don't let you get your tags, then you can't get an inspection. That's like, giving you a citation for something because of what they did, not what you did. So, okay, guys, listen, ring the bell if you enjoyed that. I know it wasn't very long, but you know what? It was good. It was educational. And listen, I'll see you on the next video. Remember, ring that bell, like it, and listen. I truly believe that we are changing the world or changing policing one video at a time. Let's go.